gentlemen, welcome to Upper St. Clair High School Stadium for tonight's Whitfield Quad A Section 2 soccer match between the Panthers of Upper St. Clair and the Big Macs from Canon-McMillan High School. This is Rob Mertz here, calling the action, play-by-play, color analysis, everything tonight. My usual sidekick, Gavin Williams, is not with us tonight, so you'll get a heavy dose of me. And we'll set the starting lineup here as we go for the Panthers. Jules Gianni in goal, as it has been all year. Across the back, we've got the law firm of Snyder, Gilbert, and Kren. Through the midfield, it's Mertz, Perry, Gibbons, and the two outside midfielders are Burlingame and Madsen, and up top we have Emily Rocco. So an important match here for the Panthers. First time out. This game begins the second leg of their section season as they take on Canon-McMillan for the second time. First time around down in Cannonsburg, Panthers came away with a 5-1 win. I think that scoreline was maybe a little bit deceiving. We were gifted a couple opportunities to score, which we capitalized on. But some defensive miscues by the Canon-McMillan Big Macs certainly made things easier for us in that first game. And Panthers are going to have to be sharp to defeat a very motivated Canon-Mac team as they fight for their playoff lives here. We'll get right to the action as Gibbon gets a hold of the ball. And Gilbert will play forward to Mertz, who turns in the midfield. Just lays that back to Mia Snyder. She plays over midfield looking for Burlingame, but that pass intercepted. And a ball out of play near the midline for a Canon-McMillan throw. Snyder takes a throw down the line, headed out by L. Snyder. That's Sam Snyder of Canon-Mac. She's here to throw again. Long throw down the line, headed into the corner of the Panthers penalty area, but Gianni able to come out and grab that easily. Looks like she's going to go ahead and play this ball long. Up towards Gibbons, who heads it wide towards Madsen. She can't get there, though, and Canon-Mac comes up with it. Thomas in the middle, plays down to this near corner, into the channel. Good ball, but Gianni was sharp off her line. Distributes quickly to L. Snyder, who carries up the line in front of the Panther bench. Good hustle back from Canon-Mac to turn her aside. Gibbons loses it in the midfield. Here comes Canon-Mac. They turn, play the ball centrally. And the ball gets played out wide. Gilbert there for the Panthers trying to turn and play it up the line. She does. Ball gets past Kren, though, and comes to Canon-McMillan. They'll play it to the middle again. Perry out to challenge. Does a good job to sort of throw that pass off. But Canon-Mac gets hold of it again and plays it out wide to the near side of their outside back Snyder. She goes down the line. That's going to be too far for everyone, but Gianni should be able to keep it in. So Canon-Mac with maybe a little bit of an edge here in the very early going. Ball played long. Snyder heads it towards midfield. Second ball won by Canon-Mac, but Gibbons gets a hold of it. Her pass off the mark, and Snyder will just pound it back in to the Panthers' end. Canon-Mac near midfield. Sammy Snyder plays it up to midfield again. Comes to Haley Perry. Lays it back to L. Snyder. Here's Gibbons now. Gilbert wide to Kren on the far side. She cuts inside on the dribble. Lays a pass at midfield to Gibbons. Has Mertz wide. She goes that way. Plays the ball through for Rocco into the top of the box. And Rocco can't get over there quickly enough. Nice idea. Nice quick play there to play that ball in between the defensive back line of Canon-Mac. Throw taken by Madsen, back to Mertz. Madsen tries to cross, ball off a defender, and it comes back to Kren. She'll come in and play the ball from distance into the Canon-Mac goalie, who saves it at the 6-yard line. Not sure whether Marissa's intent was to shoot or pass that ball, but it was a little too far for Rocco. Header won by Gibbons. Ball flicked on towards Burlingame on the outside here. Cuts in on her right foot, corner of the area. Crosses past everyone. Madsen gets a hold of it. Shoots with her right foot and scores! Jane Madsen, great finish off the pass from Ava Burlingame. Jane Madsen from Ava Burlingame. So really the Panthers' first dangerous look at goal. And I can't tell you how nice that shot was of Jane. She kept it low. She put it right inside the back post. And it's 1-0 Panthers. And I don't want to say against the run of play because we're only 5 minutes in here. But Canon-Mac definitely had the early edge. And the Panthers really in their first foray down the field were able to make it count and get that ever important first goal. So here we go. Gianni with the ball in her own box. Plays the ball up high towards midfield. First ball by Canon-Mac. They get on the end of the second one too. They'll play it back to midfield. Burlingame trying to cause some trouble. Ball goes long and out of bounds on the near side for a Panther throw. Burlingame, she's fouled, and be a free kick for the Panthers, fairly deep in their own end. That was number 4, Emily Klopp, that committed that foul. Wide far side for Kren. She settles it down, cuts inside on the dribble, is dispossessed, but the ball comes to Rocco, who tries to turn. She pokes one to Perry, has Mertz coming late. Landy gets a hold of it, plays it wide for Madsen, but that pass off the mark. Landy trying to play feet there and maybe just needs to play that ball ahead to the corner. Throw from Kren comes to Mertz. She gets past one defender, plays it back wide for Kren. Continues her run. Kren slides it through for Mertz, who has Madsen. Goes through, Jane now into the area. Crosses, just past the on-rushing Emily Rocco and off of Burlingame for a corner kick. Or I'm sorry, a goal kick for Canon-Mac. So that was good, though, as Kren played to Mertz, who went through and let Jane use her speed. She got a good cross-off, but just runners to the goal were just a little bit too late there. So a goal kick for Canon-Mac. Panthers trying to get on the end of this. Skips past Perry, comes to Gibbons. She looks down in the channel for Madsen. This ball might be too far for Jane. She gets there, crosses, no one home. What a great play by Jane as she used her speed there. That ball had every look that it was going out, and Jane was able to get there and close it down. It shouldn't be a mystery to the St. Clair forwards. Good defensive work from Mertz to dispossess Klopp, and she passes it out of bounds, though, past El Schneider. As I started to say, the forwards got to anticipate that Jane's going to get to everything, and they got to pay that price. Get in there, get in position to receive that cross. A lot of times it's not going to work out, but you got to pay the price and try to create something there. Throw comes to Mertz. She plays it back into Gilbert. Wide for Kren on that far side. As Gibbons running across, but he'll play it square to El Snyder, who comes across midfield on the dribble. Plays a ball to Perry. She looks for Burlingame, passes intercepted. Here comes Klopp for the Big Macs. She's dispossessed, but ball comes off of El Snyder's foot. Be a Canon-Mac throw with 31 minutes remaining, first half. So 9 minutes into this one, Panthers up 1-0. Canon-Mac plays forward to that target, tries to turn, and She's tripped by Mia Snyder, so a free kick coming up for the Big Macs, 40 yards from the end line. And this will be a dangerous situation. Panthers not known for their set-piece defending. Ball's lofted in. Right on the penalty spot it lands, but bounces harmlessly over the end line for a Panther goal kick. Looks like Jen McKenzie coming in the game, Haley Perry coming off for the Panthers. Goal kick taken by Mia Snyder. Ball flicked on by Gibbons over Mertz's head. And just boomed up the field as Mertz does well to come back, win that to Kren. She carries over midfield on the dribble, trying to play Madsen. Trying a little give and go. Kren's able to get on the end of that, and she's fouled. Going to be a free kick for the Panthers. Good work there by Marissa. Good aggressive run up the line. Like Mia Snyder over to take this almost all the way out, just a yard or two from the touch line, maybe 30 yards out from the end line. So still try to put this ball somewhere in the mid-goal, 6-yard line. Here comes the kick. There it is, past McKenzie. Burlingame's there, but kicks it out over the end line for a Canon-Mac goal kick. Sammy Snyder to take the honors for Canon-Mac. She plays a short one, comes to Mertz. Nice touch to bring that down. Goes back and wide to Kren, who tries to play it back for Mertz. She's able to get on it and heads towards the line. And ball's touched out, and it'll be a throw-in for the Panthers. Kren over to take this, has Mertz in front of her. Throws it that way. She lays it back to Marissa. Touches back to Landy. Gets past one defender, shoots with the left foot and just over the net. Good take there from Landy from 22 yards out. And they're going to say it was deflected, so it's going to be a corner kick. Looks like Landy's over to take this corner kick. The arm is up. Here comes the run. Ball's placed. 6-yard line. Back post headed, but over everything. As trying to see who got the head. Looks like Nikki Gibbons was there. Had a clean look at it, but just couldn't quite keep it under the crossbar. It's a good sign for the Panthers, though, that they were able to find an open runner and get an attempt on goal off of that corner kick. So another goal kick here for the Big Macs. Ball's played low. Skips in towards Mertz. She's defending, and an errant pass comes to Burlingame. She tries to play it to Rocco up top, but gets on hold of it down towards the corner as Burlingame. Canon-Mac defender, that's Klopp there, turns, carries back out of the penalty area, and they'll play forward. Gibbons intercepts that pass, though. Turns to her right foot, crosses in towards the penalty area, no one home, runs out over the end line. Canon-Mac goal kick coming up. So really, since that goal, the Panthers have reestablished, or not reestablished, but established themselves pretty regularly in the Canon-Mac end of the field. And goal maybe gave them a little bit of energy and certainly some belief that they can go ahead and control this affair as Canon-Mac plays in all the way to Snyder. She clears it, but it comes to Mertz in midfield. Ball skips up on her. She plays it wide to Kren and continues her run. Kren squares it to her at midfield. Cuts outside on the dribble, does Landy. Back to Kren, overlap by Mertz. Kren pokes it through. Here's Madsen, but she's dispossessed. Nice job by Marissa to knock it down. Goes wide in the line to Mertz. Inside to Madsen. Back for Gibbons. Wide for Kren now. She dribbles up. Crosses. No one home for the Panthers. McKenzie gets on the end of it and looks wide for Burlingame on the near side. She'll lay it back to L. Snyder, right in front of the Big Mac bench. Here's McKenzie again. She turns into pressure, though, and here comes Canon-Mac the other way. They're going to whistle McKenzie for a foul. Panthers lucky that advantage wasn't played there, as Thomas for the Big Macs was off and running. 25 minutes remaining. First half, 1-0 Panther lead. 2 subs at the line for Upper St. Clair. Ball's played low, skips all the way into the Panthers area. Gianni sharply off her line, though, is able to grab that right before the Canon-Mac attacker gets there. Here comes Kren on the dribble. Being chased hard by Canon-Mac. Rocco tries to play it outside for Madsen, but the pass too hard. And it's going to be a throw for the Big Macs. Ball played at midfield. McKenzie gets on the end of that. And here's Mia Snyder out to Sister L on the near side. Heavy touch, though, and the ball's played off of her for a Canon-Mac throw. Ball thrown down line, and the header's flicked on, but Gilbert gets to it and plays quickly to Gianni. Wide for Snyder. Got the line over top, looking for Rocco's run. She's there, has Mertz in the middle. Can she play? She cuts it into her right foot, pokes it towards the near post. The goalie was waiting right there, so good opportunity for the Panthers there, and the goalie will punt this ball back towards midfield. Gibbons wins the first ball, runs past Mertz, though, and into that Canon-Mac back line. Here they come forward near midfield, pass the ball out of bounds, and it's going to be substitutions as Burlingame and McKenzie come off. Perry and Bogan come on. Looks like Bogan's going to go up top, and Rocco will move out to the left side here. Ball far side to Kren. Her pass is deflected, though, and it comes right to Thomas in the midfield. Snyder picks off a pass. Turns back, looks for Mertz's run. She's able to flick a ball into Gibbons' path. Plays one time wide for Madsen. Pass can't quite get there, though. Played out for a Panther throw. Here's Mertz trying to turn. Ball played off of her, and it'll be a Canon-Mac throw. Throw taken down the line towards midfield. Mertz gets on the end of it. Ball gets knocked away from her on the dribble, though. And here's the Big Macs coming towards the near side. Stepped up, though, on by Perry. Nice job. Tries to play a ball through for Bogan. Madsen runs right through it. Almost gets a hold of that one. It's just cleared out desperately by the Big Macs. Kren gets on it. Bosses her way in from the outside back spot, and it'll be a throw for the Panthers. Mertz knocks it back to Kren, who breaks one tackle and is pressuring on the far line. Be a throw for the Big Macs coming up. Substitution for the Big Mac slows things down a little bit. And Gibbons plays forward. Ball off of Mertz's foot. Back for Mia Snyder. L. Snyder cuts inside. But Canon-Mac will get it back, and they'll come forward on this near side. The runner in the middle. Ball gets through Gilbert, and Gianni's able to go over and play it in the far side of her penalty area. Plays to Mia, near side. Still on the dribble is Mia. She's tackled but maintains possession. Is able to play it back for Gilbert. Canon-Mac playing a very high line right now. And they're going to be called for a foul, be a free kick, as Gilbert was fouled on the far side. Kren on the ball. Cuts inside on the dribble. Plays the ball for Perry, who tries to turn, but the ball gets away from her. Here's Gibbons at midfield. Handball, be a Canon-Mac free kick coming up. Ball played long down towards the end line. Canon-Mac going to be there, try to keep it in. They do. Kren defending, though, does a good job to run her off the ball. And she comes forward on a dribble. Perry continues to run and gets over midfield to pass from Kren. Lifts it down the line. Madsen's running for this. And the referee's going to call her offsides. So a free kick off of that offsides call. Ball just lofted down into the Panthers' end. Snyder with plenty of time to turn. She does. And then eventually plays it back to Gilbert. Snyder again. Tries to look over top, and the ball just lands in front of the Canon-Mac back four, and they'll be able to play it back up towards midfield. Mertz back defending, able to force a hurried pass that'll run all the way back to Gianni. Ball lofted long, lands right in the center circle. Here's Bogan trying to play. Comes to Mertz, she settles it down. Cuts outside. Plays L. Snyder. Gives it back to Landy, who turns central. 35 yards out now. Outside of the foot pass to Perry. Looks back through for Mertz. Can't complete the give and go, though, and does well to keep possession. Gibbons pass, those intercepted, and comes back over midfield. Gilbert with a big header in towards Perry. Gibbons again. And Canon-Mac will clear back into the Panthers' end. Here come the Big Macs over midfield. Gilbert able to apply a tackle, though. Ball coming near side. Canon-Mac is able to get a hold of it. And they play it wide to Snyder. She plays it in towards the area, but harmlessly rolls into Gianni's waiting hands. Gianni will punt this ball. As it comes all the way back down towards the Panthers' end line. Gilbert there to shield. She's shoved in the back, and it'll be a free kick coming out for the Panthers. Free kick taken. Headed back in by Thomas of the Big Macs. And a volley by Snyder comes midfield. Big Macs get a hold of it. Perry applying pressure back, but can't win the ball. Big Macs cut inside, play it into the top of the D, but it's going to roll out over the end line for a Panther goal kick. So a free kick coming up for Mia Snyder. I'm sorry, goal kick for Mia Snyder. 15 minutes left in this, 1-0 Panthers. She'll retake the kick. Snyder plays it long over Gibbons. She's able to flick a header on towards Bogan in the center circle. Looks over top, has Madsen on the far side. Mertz running in the middle. Jane will get to this at the corner of the area. Big heavy touch towards the end line. Cuts it back. Goalie saves it. Rebound comes, but Landy had already run past the goalie looking to get into that near post, so no one was there for the Panthers. Another nice play by Madsen on that right flank. Ball played through by Gibbons. Looking for Madsen, who's certainly feeling it tonight. Not a bad idea to play the ball in her direction. Big header by Perry, but it comes back into the Panthers' end. Wide for Kren. Over Bogan's head. Still, though, doing well to force Canon-Mac to defend facing their own goal, which is never an easy thing to do. Here's Mertz now looking for Snyder. Just passed out of bounds. Throw coming for the Big Macs. Off of Snyder. Another throw at midfield now. Mia Snyder heads it back up the line. Played down to Thomas. Gibbons is there, though, wins a tackle and lays the ball back into Gianni. She comes wide to Mia Snyder, forward on the dribble. Looking long for maybe for Mertz or Rocco, but that's intercepted. Landy trying to win a tackle in midfield. She does. Lays a quick short little ball for Perry. Tries to go through or wide on that far side for Madsen, but couldn't get it over the back. And here come the Big Macs. Out for a Panther throw. Here's Mia Snyder. Plays to Sister L, who cuts inside. Now she's dispossessed, and Canon-Mac tries to play one down to the corner, but no one making the run there, so it'll go out for a Panther throw. Substitution for the Panthers as Maddie Hujak checks in the game for Haley Perry. Rocco tries to volley up over her head, but the header's one comes to Gibbons. Nikki clears up towards midfield. Here's Mertz now on the dribble. Plays through. Great ball for Madsen. It's going to put her into the area. She's all alone coming into the top of the box. Shoots from distance. Big save by the goalie at the near post. Ball still in. Jane cuts it back. Here's Rocco. Takes a touch. Settles it. Shoots. Goalie, another rebound. Madsen on it again. Hujak in the box, but it gets cleared out over that far line. What a great pass from Mertz there to put Jane in, and another good shot from Madsen. She kept it low and right on frame. Mertz tries to cross or shoot, not sure which, but it goes out wide on that back post. And Madsen again just feeling it tonight. Able to run onto that ball, get a good hard shot off, put the rebound back into the mid-goal. Panthers just couldn't find it and put it away. So score remains 1-0 with 10.5 minutes left in the first half. Goal kick played. It comes to Mertz. She tries to cut past one, wins a tackle, and just lays it back to Gilbert to keep possession for the Panthers. Wide to Kren, far side. Dances past one on the dribble. Has Madsen wide. Goes down to the corner looking for Jane. Goalie out, though, and is able to pick that up right before Madsen gets to it. Thomas for the Big Macs plays it wide, and they'll carry it over midfield. Trying to play through. Big Macs get a hold of it and play it down into the corner. This ball will probably stay in, and does. Klopp gets to it, cuts down to the end line, and the ball's out. Going to be, and they're going to say it stayed in. Madsen trying to see it over the far touchline, and does for a Panther throw. Kren far side. Kren still carrying the ball up over midfield. Tries to flick a ball down, lofted into the corner of the area. There's Madsen. She goes down in a heap. Ball stays in, though, as Canon-Mac turns and tries to clear up the line. Hujak gets a hold of it. Still battling on the far side. Cuts it into the area now and just played out over the end line. Be a corner kick for the Panthers. Mertz with the run-up. Plays the kick. Header by Hujak. Oh, cleared off the line. Nice header there by Maddie. Just a little bit unlucky as they were able to get in front of it and clear it right off the line. So as the ball was cleared out, it went over the near touchline to be a throw for the Big Macs with 7.5 minutes remaining. Ball headed up. Volleyed down into the Panthers' end. Gilbert nods it over the touchline with her head, and it'll be another throw for the Big Macs. Headed out by Hujak. Another throw coming up. To be taken by Snyder for Canon-Mac. Ball shielded by Klopp. Turns on her left foot. Plays it centrally. No one really there for the Big Macs. Rolls all the way to the far side. Kren battling. And it goes out. Going to be a Panther throw. Good work there from Marissa. Mertz plays to Gibbons, plays to Snyder near side. Up the line. Easily picked off by Sam Snyder. Pass intercepted by Hujak. Here comes Burlingame near side. Down the line. Here's Bogan, holds it up nicely. Plays it back to Burlingame. Hujak trying to get there. Can't do it, and Canon-Mac will come the other way. Ball played through, but there's offsides there. They won't call it until player gets the ball, which she does not. Gianni gets a hold of it and rolls it out to Mia Snyder. Ava Burlingame tries to poke it through into the middle for either Mertz or Bogan, but pass a little off the mark, and it comes to Hujak now. Lays it back to Gibbons. Looking over top for Burlingame. Good ball by Nikki there, right down into Ava's path. But Canon-Mac's able to come up with it. Ball played down in the corner. Klopp coming on. And here comes Mia Snyder. Plays it up the line. Canon-Mac will get a hold of it. Lofted in towards the top of the area. Kren clears to Hujak. Has Madsen wide on that far side. Looks over top. Good ball. Goalie's coming out. Jane's coming in. Goalie will just get there before Jane gets to it. As Jane collapsed over top of her. Courageous play by both of those players there as they were heading towards each other at a high rate of speed. And a ball played in near the midline. Here's Hujak on it. Snyder plays wide, but no one there for the Panthers. So Haley Perry coming back in, Bogan coming off. Long throw taken. Snyder bangs that header up over midfield, but just volleyed right back in towards Gilbert in the Panthers' half of the field. Ball down towards the corner with Kren on it now. And she's able to see it out, but it'll be a throw-in for the Big Macs deep in their own corner on the far side. With 3 minutes remaining, Panthers clinging to a 1-0 lead here. And it looks like it'll be a free kick for the Panthers on the far side. Played central for Mertz. She settles it down, has Elle Snyder near side in front of the Panther bench. Goes that way. And she's fouled in front of the bench. And it will be a free kick again for the Panthers. Dave Gray, Coach Gray appealing for a card in that instance. Here's Mertz. Turns, Klopp gets into her, fouls again. So that's the second foul in a row. And she is going to get a yellow card and have to sit down for 5 minutes. Perhaps a bit of frustration there. Free kick coming for Snyder as their Klopp has to go off for 5 minutes, but there is a substitute allowed. They don't have to play a man down. So Snyder with the run up. Ball played in towards that near post, and the goalie out to grab that. Goalie punts it up near midfield. Mertz will get a hold of it. Mertz lays it off to Burlingame, who goes central. Pass is intercepted, though. Down towards this near corner. And Mia Snyder does well to come up with it. Ball played wide. Here's Ava looking through for Landy, but just couldn't find the right pass there. Ball played long. Good header won there by Snyder. Gibbons gets a hold of it and lays it back for Gilbert. Here's Snyder to Mertz. Landy plays it up high, and Madsen trying to get on it. Ball played through. Gilbert giving chase. Gianni way out. And a weak shot, thankfully for the Panthers, as Gianni's able to clean that up pretty easily. Here's Mertz now. Takes the throw, lays it back to Snyder. Cuts inside, 30 seconds remaining in this first half. Long ball played over, looking to get over top, but doesn't quite make it. Ball came off of Hujak's head, and it's going to be a throw on the far side with 20 seconds left for the Big Macs. Ball thrown down towards the corner, headed over into the area. Gilbert does a good job to turn and volley. Out of bounds, 10 seconds left now. This half should end 1-0 in favor of the Panthers, and we'll be back for more second half action. Okay, we are back. Second half action here at Upper St. Clair, playing Canon-Mac. St. Clair with a 1-0 lead, starting the second half. Upper St. Clair really in dire need of this section win. They need to find a way to manage this game, manage this result right now, and see this one out. Panthers definitely with the better of it in that first half, had multiple really good chances, and hopefully can capitalize on some here in the second half. Mertz in the midfield, has Madsen wide, plays to her, looks to overlap. Ball now played down to the corner by Rocco. I'm sorry, that was Burlingame, and out of bounds. So a goal kick coming for Canon-Mac. Ball comes to Perry. Mertz now cuts past one. It's dispossessed. Gibbons comes up, wins a pass, but wins the ball, but her pass just a little off the mark, and Canon-Mac will come back up with it. Wide far side. Snyder tucks in to win that. And here's the ball now coming over midfield. Down to the corner. Canon-Mac will keep this in as Kren's there to battle. Goes off of Kren, and she's able to clear it, turn and clear it over the touchline to prevent a corner kick. Be a throw for the Big Macs. Throw coming, taken to the corner of the area. Thomas there for the Big Macs. Run off the ball by Gibbons. And it'll be a free kick coming for the Panthers as Gibbons was held. Played short to Gilbert. Here's Snyder on it now. Kren grabs the mail. And dribbles towards the middle of the field. Plays it wide for Elle Snyder on the far side. She'll come forward and play down towards the goal area, but well past everyone, and easy pickings for that Canon-Mac goalie. Thomas heads one back in towards the Panthers. Handball, inadvertent handball by Mia Snyder. So a free kick coming for the Big Macs 40 yards out from goal. And the kick taken, floated in, top of the area, bounces past. First line of defenders, shot off the volley, and a nice diving save by Gianni. Parries that ball around the post. That looked like it was going to be 1-1 there, and Gianni did very well to react and save that one. Here comes the run up on the corner kick. Ball played centrally. Gibbons comes off the line to head it out. Madsen now up the near touchline, using speed. Converged by a couple defenders, though. And they're going to say she was fouled. Good call by the refs. It'll be a free kick right at midfield for the Panthers. Kren on this one. Plays it long in towards the top of the D. Ball's headed. Thomas is on it. Far side, Gibbons applying pressure. Cleared out. Throw taken on the far side, but it'll be, ball's going to turn back over to the Big Macs. They're going to have a free kick right at midfield. Kren now defending for the Panthers in her own area. It's a good battle over there between Kren. Marissa comes up with the throw, though. Plays it short to Madsen. She's dispossessed, but the ball comes to Gibbons in the middle. Ball floated over for Mertz. Running down into the corner of the area now is Mertz. Two runners in the middle. Shoots from distance and scores! Landy Mertz, off a nice feed from Nikki Gibbons, scores the Panthers' second goal.
Landy from Nikki. Landy Mertz, Nikki Gibbons.
Panther goal scored by Landy Mertz off an assist by Nikki Gibbons.
Yeah, really nice ball by Nikki. Just did what the Panthers have not been able to do a lot this year, which is put the ball in behind the back four of opposing defenses. She did that. Landy was able to run on it and shot from a tough angle, just beat the goalie with power and extends that Panthers lead to 2 goals. Here's Madsen down in the area. Goalie's going to come out and grab this one, though. So the Panthers need to keep the gas pedal pressed hard to the floor right now and look for that third goal and put this game away. Ball at midfield. Here's Gibbons wide for Snyder on the far side. Gibbons plays Gilbert, who finds Kren at midfield. Cuts in on the dribble, has Landy right next to her. Here's Mertz with it now at midfield. Cuts outside. Past another defender. Plays a square ball. Nice run by Gibbons out of that back spot. She'll keep a hold of it on the far side. Puts a weighted ball down in the box. Just a little too far, though, for Burlingame. Right idea, though, there from Nikki to play it quickly and just find the gaps in that back four. Put the ball through, give the Panthers a chance to run on it. Gilbert settles. Finds Mertz. Plays wide for Kren. Continues to run down the line. Kren plays that way. Landy tried to touch it back to her, but it comes to Madsen now. Turns. There's Perry. And it's going to be touched out by Canon-Mac for a Panther throw. 32.5 minutes. Panthers with a 2-0 advantage now over the Big Macs. Gibbons. Floats the ball down into the channel for Mads. Another nice ball from Gibbons there. She cuts it into the middle, past the goalie. Burlingame's there. Mertz is there. Tries to settle, cuts into her left foot. Can't get a hold of it, though, and it comes all the way back out to Gibbons 40 yards from goal. She's on her left foot now. Shoots from distance, and the goalie will take that on one hop. So another good sequence there from the Panthers as they were able to put a ball in behind Canon-McMillan's defenders, and Madsen got a good cross off. Panthers just couldn't finish the move with a shot on goal. Gianni out to handle this through ball by the Big Macs. And Gianni will punt. A high punt right into the center circle. Bounces. Perry's there. Gibbons battling Thomas. It comes back to Nikki, who tries to turn on the dribble. She does. Has Madsen wide, Mertz in front of her. Tries to go long up over top, and the goalie will come out and grab that one. Nikki again. Plays it to Gilbert now. She'll lay it over to Mia Snyder with a square pass. Panthers back four, playing a little ping pong here. Here's Mertz. Carries over the midline. Has Madsen. Looks for Jane down the line. One to beat. Gets towards the end line. Jane tries to cut it back and is able to earn a corner kick for the Panthers. So this is what we've been missing a lot this year, is balls played wide, balls played in behind the other team's back four, that we're able to use some of the speed advantage we have and get teams defending, facing their own end line. And you earn all sorts of good set-piece opportunities and chances at goal. Here's Mertz with the kick. Back post. No one there for the Panthers, and just headed out towards that far touchline by Canon-Mac. And they dribble it right out of bounds. So it'll be a Panther throw far side with 30 minutes remaining in this game. 2-0. Panther advantage at this point. I should correct myself and say there's 30 minutes remaining if the score remains in the Panthers' advantage. Assuming that Canon-Mac can't score 3 goals here. So anyway, the ball will be thrown down that far touchline. Header won by Elsnyder. Comes to Landy. She settles down. Looking for a passing op and just takes the air out of things and lays it back to Gilbert, who comes forward off the dribble over the midline. Looking for Madsen, but the pass is off the mark. It eventually comes to Kren, and ball off of Marissa, going to be a throw at midfield for the Big Macs. Kren heads the ball centrally. There's Gibbons. Finds Perry. Has Mertz running. Looks that way, plays it up over top. Now Landy's on sides, in towards the top of the area. Cuts past one defender, shoots with that right or left foot, and right in on goal. Shot from 19 yards out there by Landy. As Haley's first through ball attempt was knocked right back to her, and then she was able to play over top for Landy. Thomas for the Big Macs. Ball tackled away from her, but comes back to Canon-McMillan. Here comes Thomas, 35 yards out, running at Snyder. Plays a ball through into the area. Shot taken, but wide of that back post. And it'll be a goal kick for the Panthers. Mia Snyder over to take the honors. Header flicked on by Gibbons, but pounded back into the Panthers' end for El Snyder on the far side. To Rocco. Back to El. Gilbert now to Kren on the near side. Dribbles up the line, looks long for Madsen. Pass intercepted though. Comes to Burlingame looking through for Perry, but Ball will come the other way. A missed pass comes right to Gibbons. She looks through for Madsen. Jane will be able to get on the end of this, cutting right into the box on that right foot. Nice job by the defender to knock it over the end line. It'll be a corner kick for the Panthers. Again, a good through ball, forcing Canon-McMillan to turn, face their own end line. Then it's just a long list of good things that can happen for the Panthers from there. Here's the run up on the corner kick. Mertz plays it near post. Shot volley taken there by Rocco, but well over the crossbar. So a goal kick coming up with 26 minutes remaining. Panthers with a big section matchup coming on Monday at Peters Township. Be nice if they could use the remaining minutes here as a prelude, a warm-up for that contest, and really try to ratchet up the intensity and the work rate here. Throw taken down the line by the Big Macs. Thomas at midfield for Canon-McMillan just plays the ball up. Ball hits off the heels, though, of their striker and comes right to Gibbons. She goes far side to Snyder, but Nikki was fouled as she passed that ball, so it'll be a free kick. Panthers taken quick and early and short to the near side for Kren. Madsen lays it back to Mertz. Ball runs past her, but she's able to get on it. Just swings it far side to Snyder, who lofts it down the line. Rocco trying to keep it in, heads it down towards the corner. It runs out over the touchline, so it'll be a throw-in for the Big Macs. They take it early. Panthers with a chance to get on the end of this. They do, but volleyed back towards midfield, where Gilbert's able to touch the ball over to Mia Snyder. Kren's got to get to this. Lets the ball run past her and out of bounds. Two Panthers there defending, force a bad pass, and Mia Snyder will dribble towards midfield. Ball played long down towards Mertz's run. And they connect the pass up to O'Donoghue on the near side. Thomas goes far side. El Snyder heads that, but it goes break down towards the corner there. Canon-Mac with runners in the box. Top of the box, shot, right foot, right into Gianni, and she's able to catch that with no rebound. Nice job by Jules there. And she'll punt towards the far touchline. Canon-Mac will come up with the first ball, knock it off of Snyder, and it'll be a throw for the Big Macs. Perry applying pressure on the far side, wins the ball, plays to El Snyder. Just plays it quickly up towards the midline, but intercepted by Canon-Mac and put right back down towards the corner. Snyder called for a foul there, so a free kick coming up in a dangerous spot for Canon-McMillan. 30 yards, call it 27 yards from the end line. Chance to serve this ball into a dangerous spot. Here comes the run-up and the kick. Headed up and away by Gibbons. Mertz gets to it and volleys it up to midfield. Nice job to get to it by Burlingame. Her pass is off the mark, though, and Canon-Mac will come up with it. They play a ball down towards Mia Snyder, who has to play it. Turns nicely. Avoids the pressure and comes near side. Kren will get this on the run. as Madsen. Mertz, Burlingame in front of her, cuts inside off the dribble. Looks to go through, but too many bodies there. Rocco now. Cross to the middle. Mertz is there, heads a big one, but just not quite enough on that header, and the goalie's able to handle it rather easily. Gilbert plays it all the way back to Gianni, who plays it on the far side to Snyder. Long ball played down to the corner. Perry on her horse over there, trying to keep it in. She does, and knocks it off a Canon-Mac defender for a Panther throw. McKenzie coming into the game, and looks like maybe Ava Burlingame coming off. Mertz out to take this corner. Ball crossed in. No, there was McKenzie on a run into the box. Ball just got away from her first touch. Ran a little long and into the goalie's hands. So big goalie punt comes all the way back towards Gilbert. Thomas gets a hold of it for the Big Macs. Cuts past Gibbons. Nikki still giving chase. Pass is deflected by Gilbert, but played through again by Thomas towards Kren. She turns nicely. Plays central on the pass for Snyder. And Gilbert just pounds it up on that far side. And there's Emily Rocco now. Runners coming into the box. She plays it early. There's Madsen. Ball gets cleared away. Back to Rocco all the way on that far side. She'll tee it up again. Plays it into the D. On the ground this time, and it's just touched out by Canon-McMillan. Mertz giving chase, is able to win a ball, comes right back to Kren. She has a heavy touch, though. Nice job there by Haley to come back and gain possession for the Panthers. Snyder tries to play Emily Rocco on the far side, but the pass just a little too far. We're under 20 minutes now, about 19 minutes remaining in this second half. 2-0 Panthers advantage. Jen McKenzie applying pressure at midfield, but the Big Macs will come back up with it. Perry cuts away from a tackle, looks to go through for Madsen. Pass just a little bit too short. And here comes the Big Macs down the far touchline. Mia should be able to see this out. She does. And it'll be a throw for the Panthers. Try to turn, do the Big Macs. Gibbons is able to win a ball away from Thomas. Tried to play long, nearly no one there, but McKenzie giving chase. Perry now. Looking far side for Madsen, who just chips it back to the middle. Canon-Mac will come up with that. Mia Snyder defending in midfield. Nice job by Mia. They're not letting Canon-Mac turn. And we're going to get a stoppage of the clock and possibly a yellow card here for the Canon-McMillan player. It's the second yellow of the night for the Big Macs. So she'll have to take a seat for 5 minutes. It's number 12, Leah Godfrey. Substitution coming on for the Big Macs. So the net result here is a free kick for the Panthers right at midfield. Mia Snyder has a couple of options short. We'll see what she ends up doing. Plays it square for Kren right to the Panthers bench. She lofts one into the Canon-Mac box. No one there for the Panthers, though. And the ball punted back towards midfield. Skips under Mertz. Gibbons wins that first header and plays wide to Rocco on the far side. Elle Snyder dribbles past one defender. Plays down the line. There's Perry. She turns it back. She's doubled up there, and Canon-Mac comes out with it. Thomas cuts past Gibbons. And Gilbert's able to intercept the pass. Ball just a little too far for Gibbons. She's able to win a tackle, though, and it comes to Rocco. Cutting down to that corner on the far side. Trying to get her shoulders turned. She does on that right foot. And the cross just a little off the mark. Canon-Mac will come the other way. Ball played long and through. It's going to roll over the end line. No harm there to the Panthers. With 15:45 remaining. Worley into the game. And Rocco will come off. Goal kick coming up for Mia Snyder. She's been very active and busy in the back tonight. Handling most of the Panthers' free kicks and goal kicks. Throw in by Kren. Takes it short to Mertz. Ball through on a far side will go over the end line for a Canon-Mac, or I'm sorry, a Panther goal kick. Panthers very much sitting in a 4-3-3 formation with Gibbons at the holding midfielder and Mertz and Perry right now in a more advanced position. Kren trying to deal this ball up the line, knocks it out and out for a throw in for the Big Macs with 14.5 minutes remaining. They throw the ball into the corner of the area. Comes to Mertz, though. She tries to find Madsen, and ball just a little behind her as Jane was running forward. And a throw taken back. Mertz trying to win the tackle, can't do it. And a ball switches fields to the far side. Snyder lofts a ball up towards Gibbons. She wins a header. And it comes right back to Snyder on the far side. Ball down the line, up towards McKenzie, who's playing up top right now. It's turned and wheeled out over the far touchline for a Panther throw. Elle Snyder with the ball. She'll get another chance to throw this down the line. Ball gets headed out and just touched right before it goes over the end line, so it's going to be a Panther throw from deep down in the corner on that far side. Throw it short and knocked out again, be another throw. They're going to say that the Panthers were off sides there. As the ball went back to the thrower was off sides. So it'll be a free kick coming out for Canon-Mac. They play it up the line, over Worley's head, and out for another Canon-Mac throw here. Good tackle one there by Perry. Ball skips past Mertz. And they play it long up over top. Gianni will grab this. Oh, and she's run through as the ball was in her hands. And they kicked it right out of her hands and ran right through her. I don't know where the whistle was on that one, but that's one of those, you're not allowed to do that. Here's Mertz now. Turns on the dribble. Looking down the line for Madsen. Plays the ball. It's going to stay in. Jane's here. It's just knocked past her. Good job there by Jane to pressure, and it'll be a Panther throw. McKenzie coming off. Burlingame back on for the Panthers. Throw taken short to Mertz. Back to Kren. As Mertz Central still goes wide to Burlingame. This is Madsen. She's going to be offsides, though. So 11 and a half minutes remaining. Panthers still holding on to a 2-0 lead. Big Mac's getting a little more. There's a header won by Mertz looking for Madsen, but she can't quite get to it. Was able to disrupt the clearance, though. And finally, the Big Macs will clear up over midfield. There's a ball out as Gianni comes out of her goal area to play the ball over the far touchline. Throw in coming for the Big Macs. Ball kept from going out. Turn and shoots. They were able to find a goal as it looked like the ball was running out over that end line. It did not. The ball got crossed to the middle, was picked up and buried by the Canon-McMillan attacker. Tell him to hold on. 25, Sarah Powell. Sarah Powell.
Lady Mac goal scored by Sarah Powell.
So things have gotten a little more tense here with 10 and a half minutes left. Panthers now clinging to a 2-1 lead. And you can see a lot more long balls being played by Cannon Mac at this point. Here comes Mertz over midfield. Cuts inside. Plays the ball back out for Burlingame, trying to find it through, but couldn't find the seam in the defense there. Kren now on the dribble. Looks through. Madsen's run into the box. Cuts it back, and it rolls out for a corner kick. Good work there by Marissa and Jane to craft another opportunity off of a corner kick for the Panthers. Landy over to take this one. Gibbons in the box. Madsen, Burlingame. Ball taken back. Post! Panthers are there! There that comes off. It's cleared off the line again. As Gibbons was dumped in the box, and somehow they get this ball out. Unbelievable. As the ball cleared off the line, maybe multiple times. It looked like Gibbons got fouled in the box. No whistle. And Cannon Mac somehow avoids disaster there. Here's Mertz now. On the dribble. Cuts past one. Plays wide for Burlingame. Pass is intercepted, though, and knocked out of bounds. Be a throw for the Panthers. Taken quick down the line to Mertz. Ball bounces into her. She's able to bring it down now. Crosses with that left foot, but no one home as she wheeled that into the box. Ball really too far to the near post to have any chance of a Panther getting on the end of it. Here's Mertz. Lays it back out to Kren. Cuts to the outside. She's tackled and played right back up the line. Gilbert out defending. And the Big Macs come down to this left wing corner, and Powell, the goal scorer, knocks it out. Be a Panther throw. 8 minutes remaining. 2-1 lead for the Panthers right now. Burlingame knocks it down and out of bounds, so it's going to be a throw for the Big Macs. Canon-Mac not giving up, not willing to die just yet. Kren trying to see this ball out over the touchline. She does, and it will be a Panther goal kick. Substitutions coming back in the game. Perry and Rocco are on. Hujak and Worley are off. 7.5 minutes now as the clock winds down. Thomas tries to win a ball for the Big Macs. Ball still up in the air. There's Gibbons now, settles it down. Plays to Perry, who tries to find Mertz. She does, cuts inside. Still on the ball is Landy. Plays it on the far side to Snyder. She keeps it in. Tries to play down the line, but ball's tackled away from her. Be a throw in for the Panthers. 2-1 lead now for the Panthers. Canon-Mac scoring a few minutes ago to make this one very interesting here down the stretch. Madsen. Nice ball played around the corner, looking for Burlingame. Could she keep it in? It does stay in, but the ball's played past her, and Canon-Mac will come and clear it up over the midline. Gilbert does a good job to knock it down. Has Kren wide, Mertz central. She just crosses in towards the D. Perry knocks it down. Ball comes to Thomas. Gibbons there, not letting her turn, but she plays it wide on the far side. Snyder gets it, lofts it up over the midline, comes past Mertz. Now it's right back to Mertz. Unfortunately for the Panthers, comes right to Thomas on a rebound. And Landy's able to turn her back into the Big Mac end. Snyder giving chase now down to the corner, trying to shield, and she's fouled heavily. That should be a card, and it will be, as Powell will have to come off for 5 minutes with 5:43 left on the clock. So she's pretty much done for the remainder of this game unless they can score to tie it up. So Mia Snyder with a free kick. Takes it short to Kren on the near side. I like that play. Wide for Burlingame here. Ball played out of bounds, though, off of Ava's pass and thrown down the line. Past Kren. And they're going to say that Gilbert was guilty of having her hands in the back of the Canon-Mac player, so free kick coming. Snyder will take this kick. It's interesting to note there are 2 Snyder sisters on the Upper St. Clair team, and there are 2 Snyder sisters on the Canon-Mac team, too. Both spelled the same way, so the ball's headed out. Here's Mertz now. She heads it over towards Burlingame, trying to pressure, and it comes to Gibbons. Plays the ball down towards Burlingame. Can she keep this in? She should be able to. Knocked out by Canon-Mac, though. Panther throw coming up. 4.5 minutes remaining. Here's Mertz. Ball hit out by Canon-Mac again, and Kren will throw. In towards Madsen, off of her foot though, and a Canon-Mac throw coming up. Taken down the line, right to Kren though. Now to Gibbons. Plays smartly back to Mia Snyder. She loses it on the dribble though, and here come the Big Macs, but Gilbert's there to knock it out wide to El Snyder. Ball tackled away from her. Come the Big Mats in the area of the runner of the back post. Oh, and just cleared out by Gilbert. Thomas in the area now. Shot taken. Score. as the Big Macs tie it up with 3:40 remaining. A little bit of chaos there in the back for the Panthers, and the Big Macs are able to tie this game up. I don't even know who that was. Is that number 6 or number 9? I think it was Rachel Ruslavage. Yeah.
Lady Mac goal scored by Rachel Ruslavich.
I think. Got that wrong. So goal kick coming up for the Big Macs. So the Panthers here conceding 2 goals late to see a 2-0 lead turn into a 2-2 tie at this point. So we will go to overtime here if no one scores in the next 3 minutes. Gilbert now into the area. Canon-Mac down in the corner. They'll turn and played out. It's going to be a throw for Canon-Mac as Emily Klopp was on the ball there for the Big Macs. Panthers need to get to overtime at this point. Klopp turns, shoots wide of the near post though, and a goal kick coming for the Panthers.
No. Is that Sammy Snyder? I don't think so. Oh, really? Okay.
Here's Landy now on the dribble. Plays down into the channel for Rocco. Ball knocked out for a Panther throw with 1:54. Surely any goal scored at this point by either team would be golden. Rocco can't get a hold of it though. Mertz heads it back in towards Madsen. Here's Gibbons. Lays it over to Landy. To Kren near side. Minute 30 remaining. Plenty of time for the Panthers. Here's Burlingame. Tries to play it back to Kren. She stays on the ball now. Trying to work down to the end line to be a throw for the Panthers. Throw taken back to Burlingame. Finds Mertz. Tries to turn central. Back to Burlingame. Tries to find Madsen, but the ball comes to Mertz. Gives it to Gibbons, who knocks it in over top, down into that corner, and just a little too far. Panthers looking to defend this throw deep in the Canon-Mac area, or half of the field, 45 seconds left. They take it up the line, comes right to Kren. She knocks it down. Now it's a Panther throw with 35 seconds left. Short to Mertz. Cuts inside. Finds Gibbons with a nice pass. She comes in towards the top of the D. Cuts that right foot. Shoots! Oh, and just over the goal. Nice work there from Nikki, finding that pass from Landy and cutting past a couple defenders, but that'll probably just about do it for regulation time as there's 15 seconds left. Ball knocked down. And that'll do it as we'll head to overtime. 2-2's the score. We'll be back. And we're back for overtime action. Get a little bonus time tonight as the Panthers squandered a 2-goal lead there late in the second half. And the Big Macs were able to find a way back into this game. So Panthers clearly been the better team tonight. Just have not been able to make it count, getting that third goal. So we'll see what happens in the overtime as the Panthers, decked out in their black uniforms, will go left to right on your screen. 2 10-minute overtime periods unless someone scores. If a goal is scored, the game is over. Throw on the far side for L. Snyder. Taken down the line. And off of Perry. Canon-Mac throw coming. Panther goals from tonight from Madsen and Mertz. One in the first half, one in the second half. Here's Rocco trying to hold the ball up, but she's dispossessed. Canon-Mac has time to pass to the far side. They'll cut inside on the dribble, come across the midline. Gibbons there defending. Klopp gets past her and plays it down to the corner. Here we are, top of the area again. Gilbert gets a hold of the ball, though, and clears it up far side. Burlingame cuts in. Plays long, looking through for Madsen, but pass gets intercepted, comes to Mertz in the near side. She cuts inside on the dribble. On that left foot now, plays wide for Madsen, to her feet. She goes to the middle, but no one home. And here come the Big Macs with a long ball through. Madsen, or Snyder there. And she's able to win the ball and get it to Gilbert, who plays Gibbons wide for Kren on this near side. Has Madsen down the line, Mertz and Rocco in the middle. Here comes Mertz on that left foot. Shoots from distance. Oh, just wide of the back post. So from about 20, call it 24, 23 yards out, Landy took a go there, try to end this affair. And just wide, so goal kick coming up. Header one, maybe a little too far though by Perry, goes down all the way over the end line. Another goal kick coming. Canon-Mac has not done real well on the goal kicks tonight. They're relatively short, and should be easy for the Panthers to get on the end of. Just have to control that first ball though. Don't hit it too far. There's another short one. But easy pickings though for the Big Macs. They clear it up towards midfield, and Mia Snyder lays a header down. Comes past Perry, though, and right back in towards Gilbert. O'Donoghue on it now. Powell in the middle for the Big Macs. Here it comes, shooting from distance and wide of everything. Well wide of the back post, but a good look at it for Canon-Mac there. Goal kick taken towards Mertz. She's able to flick it out towards Kren. He's up towards Rocco. Comes to Mertz. Settles down. And looks through for Madsen. She's on her horse coming into the top of the area, but just too far for her. Ball skips past O'Donoghue and comes to Powell, who tries to turn. Oh, and very luckily for Canon-Mac, the ball hits off of Gilbert. Now she's plays it up the line. Past Mertz, comes right into Rocco, who plays Madsen on this near side. Jane in a foot race. Getting down towards the end line, and it's knocked out. Going to be a corner kick for the Panthers. The last corner kick they had was complete chaos in front of the Canon-Mac goal. Panthers weren't able to turn it in, so hopefully this one will be a little different as Mertz will handle the duties here. Landy puts her hand up, makes the run up, kicks the ball. It's a good one. There's Gibbons, scores! Nikki Gibbons scores, standing for the Panthers off a corner from Landy Mertz. So there we go. The Panthers win it. And the Panthers are able to pull this one out 3-2 over the Big Macs from Canon-McMillan. A deserved win for the Panthers. Good night.